First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard
line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. They juked him. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Browns had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
On 2nd down and 4, Watson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. He completes that to Garrett Wilson, and they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance, because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
34 down, he's coming. Hey, alert, alert.
Watson off play action. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing again is Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Down, he's coming.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw, it's Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead.
His kick
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. On 1st down, Watson. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
It's hard to believe with all of his production that Amari Cooper keeps changing teams, but no matter where he goes, he just continues to produce. 3 years in Oakland, traded. 3 years in Dallas, traded again, this time to the Cleveland Browns. And now with the Browns here, he produces a 1st down, coming off a career-best 8 touchdowns in 2021.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Watson now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Hey, 88. Back point.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable for Grant. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, check 26. 15.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
On the slant, he's got Hardman.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. To throw is Rodgers. He finds Corey Davis. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a...
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as they have taken the lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and the lead is now 21-14.
21, Browns 14. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
Oh, I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape. With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
Complete to number 17.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Score Jets 28, Browns 14.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Watson. And that's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Hardman on the return.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw is Watson. And it's caught.
Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Ruckert. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Once again, Ruckert. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
1st and goal, Jets.
Elliott will take this one in. Touchdown, New York. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in, and he carries it across the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. On first down, it's Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. The Browns send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Here's Hardman to return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. They'll run with Hall. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
26.
Rodgers going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play, unable to connect in that attempt.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He gets it underneath to Hall. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
88. Back going. 630.
Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards of boot so far as this one's away. Here comes Grant on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Another timeout.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. Now it's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Goodwin. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Here we go on fourth. Watson got a man, and Schwartz complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, 59! 55! 26! 24!
Here's Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the gun on third, Watson. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Touchdown! Nick Chubb. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Browns 28.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, take 20, 50.
Here's Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On 1st down, Rodgers. His throw incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Now time to see what this offense has left in the tank. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. To throw, Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Going right back to Wilson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
No. 26.
Rodgers throwing here. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And he's got it inside the 10. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 53 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love it. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Browns 28.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man, complete. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now a first down throw, Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marquise Goodwin, 49 yards. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
49. Browns 35.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Hey, 88. Look again.
Rodgers looking to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just